Hello everybody and welcome to Parks Bros. It's Drew here and we're here with another West Coast Racers construction update thanks to two of our friends, Dorian and John. This couple first shots are from Dorian and you can see there are a lot more supports in that spaghetti bowl section. We'll get some better looks at that a little later on, but everything is cranking up right now. You can see some supports also being dragged in. And just to let you know, most of everything has been brought over to the site. There are still, of course, about maybe 10, 15, maybe even 20 pieces of track still in the storage lots, but most of the supports have been brought over. So that's great news. But now we're going over to some shots that our friend John got. By the way, you can both check out their Instagrams down in the description below. But you can see the second layer of the spaghetti bowl is now up and vertical, meaning that they will actually be putting in track for that hopefully very soon. I think they'll be putting in track before actually finishing the rest of the spaghetti bowl section because they don't have to thread that needle and try and get the track through the supports if they do the track first. But it is looking absolutely fantastic. You can actually see where the track is going to hook up to those supports on the left, and also you get a great view of the track that's already put in place. And I gotta say, it is going to be ridiculously close, especially in that spaghetti bowl section that you're seeing right there. Those two connectors right there, just all the way down the line, are going to be where the two tracks will be next to each other, dueling, and that is ridiculously close. I'm pretty sure they got it just outside the rider envelope in order for it to be safe, but also to make it look like you're right there next to the other train. And I cannot wait to see the dueling feature on this ride. Of course, we'll have to have the construction finished up before we even see that, before we even see testing, obviously. But in addition to the spaghetti bowl supports being doubled as of right now, we also have seen supports finally go up for the station, which is great. We'll get another look at that a little later on. But this is all fantastic looking. They are still ramping up that construction to a very quick pace, and that is just fantastic news for all of us, getting to see all of the structures show up, as well as hoping that the ride will open sooner rather than later. Now, personally, I hope they just take their time and make sure it's the best product possible. If we have to wait until very late into 2019, I won't be that heartbroken about it, honestly. The more I think about it, the less I'll be worried about it. Because, honestly, if this ride was to open up this year, right now, I don't know if they would have gotten the biggest attendance boost, but here you can actually see some of the footers for the spaghetti bowl section, as well as just those inversions that will be heading into that section. But regardless, I don't think it would have worked out in the perfect way if they opened it up as of now or in the past month or so. It's honestly been a really, really weird year in Southern California. Everything has kind of been delayed except for SeaWorld San Diego, because Rise of the Resistance hasn't opened up yet at Galaxy's Edge, as well as Galaxy's Edge is seeing quite low attendance as of right now, at least compared to what they were expecting. And I'm pretty sure all of that is not trickling into other parks, because we were thinking they were going to hit capacity and then the people were going to go to other parks like Knott's and Universal, but that just isn't happening at the moment. And plus, Universal still hasn't opened up Jurassic World or given an opening date for that. So honestly, all around the US and the world, 2019 has been the year of delays. Easily. Everything I can think of that has been delayed except for Tidal Twister and half of Galaxy's Edge, or you could argue 3/4 of Galaxy's Edge, really. But here's a great look at the station for West Coast Racers, getting back onto that. But hopefully they can finish up this ride before 2019 is over, and I'm pretty sure they will, honestly, at this rate. I'm sure the ride should be ready to go by around Labor Day at this rate. Maybe even a little earlier. Now, the rest of the land is what I'm kind of worried about. I'd expect that to open in the later months following Labor Day, but we'll just have to wait and see for that. Although I do think they will open up Apocalypse and West Coast Racers before the land is completed, because they've still got a ton of work to do on the land. Not so much West Coast Racers, but they do still have to build a station building and a gift shop at least for West Coast Racers itself. But thank you so much for watching, and I want to thank Dorian and John for getting this footage for us, and you can go check out their Instagrams down in the description below. I'm sure they would definitely appreciate it. But make sure to subscribe if you have not, because we're going to have tons of West Coast Racers construction updates in the following months until this ride eventually opens, and potentially after if they are still working on the land at that point in time. But it's really great to see everything still moving along and no further delays taking place. But again, thank you so much for watching, and of course, as always, we'll see you on the next ride.